if the first brother allows the second brother to propose to the woman, so now the sister, she got two proposals pending. Now, if marriage was to happen, what's the ruling?
Ibrahim is talking about now, there's a sister Amatullah. The brother Muhammad and the brother Shamsuddin. Shamsuddin proposed to her first, and she accepts. So the second, Muhammad, he implements the hadith. He goes to the first brother Shamsuddin, and he gets his permission. Can I also propose to sisters Amatullah? He says yes. So now, although Amatullah accepted the proposal of the first brother, the second brother can also propose to her. So she's not intended to the second brother. She's still intended to the first brother. But it's allowed now for the second brother to come and propose to her. Why? He got permission. And permission was granted. Doesn't mean that he just asked for permission. It has to be granted to him. It has to be granted to him. So now he comes and he also says to Amatullah, I wanted to know if it's okay, can I marry you? Can you be my wife? So if she has some intentions there, then she can break it off with the first brother or the likes. But she has the right now to look at her options. There's one brother, his situation is this and this and this. There's another brother, his situation is this and this and this. She prays 2 rak'ah to her Lord, consults the righteous, consults the ulama, consults her family, consults her friends, and the one that she deems to be more appropriate, more suitable for her, she can marry that one. No. Tfadl ya Ahmed.
Thinking about the hadith of the Prophet when it was his daughter, she had the two proposals at the same time.
Okay.
I'm not,
there was a young lady when the Heat said, "Don't marry this one because he beats."
Yes.
He beats the women.
Is that his daughter?
That wasn't his daughter, but one of the women there.
She had two proposals. It was
No.
Muawiyah
and another one I can't recall. But I don't think
the same.
similar.
The same. Okay.
But I don't think that she accepted the proposal.
She did.
See, this is different.
But at that time, she had two proposals.
She has two offers. Hey, she can juggle. She can look at who's the better option. Yeah, exactly. Okay. The point here, Yakhwan, you have to pay attention to, if the sister accepts, one brother, the first brother comes and proposes. If she doesn't say yes, another brother can also propose to her. She doesn't say no, yes to him, another brother can come and propose to her too. A sister can have 5 options, but she didn't say yes to neither one of them. But if she agrees, okay, brother such and such, yes, I'll marry you. So now she accepted, as Sheikh Fawzan mentions, وَأُجِيبَ, and he's answered, meaning she says yes to him. So now no one else who knows can propose to her until one of two things happen. Either the first brother leaves it, I don't want to marry her no more. Now another brother can come. They're no longer engaged. Or he goes to the brother. I know you also proposed to such and such, but I'm seeking your permission to propose to her also. If he grants it, yes, you're my brother in Islam, inshallah ya akhi. Yes, you can also propose to her too. If he does that, then the second brother can come and propose.
Now, once she accepts, then the other proposals that she had is like null and void, right?
They're not null and void. They're only proposals. Remember, she didn't say yes to none of them. Once she says yes, now she's intended to the one she said yes to.
Okay. But now, if he doesn't marry her, do these brothers have to propose again, or is their proposals like
I mean, Ken, like
still on the table?
It depends on the brother. That may be coming from brother to brother, from sister to sister. For example, a brother may feel like I proposed to her last year.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not. You know how we are sometimes. I'm not going back to her again. Sometimes he may not even know that she didn't get married. So it kind of depends on the brother. If he's so interested and it reaches him, oh, sister Sophia didn't get married, mashallah. And he still wants to marry. He still has that, that good idea of her, the good thought of her. He can send something back, contact the wakil or the wali again, and mention, if it's still available, my proposal is still there. Maybe the brother may have changed his mind now. That happens. This one was interested in sister such and such. Now he moves away. Now he's no longer interested. Now the sister moves away. She's not, sometimes in our lives, we reach a different position or a different stage in our life, and the one you were interested in before, you're no longer interested in. That happens. Right? Another benefit, ikhwan, if a sister أجابت إلى دعوة الرجل لا يلزمها أن تزوجه. If a sister accepts the proposal of a man, sometimes a woman thinks, since I said yes, I can't call it off. That's a misconception. Although you said yes, you can change your mind. Likewise, al-rijal, a man also. Just because he proposed to Sister Amatullah, Sister Khadija, after some time, maybe he changed his mind. Maybe his finances are different now. Maybe the more he got to know the sister Islamically, he realized she can't handle my daughters, for example, or the likes. You know, that happens, ya ikhwan. قال الإمام. طيب, the second hadith we mentioned, ya ikhwan, the narration of Bukhari, is a different hadith narrated by Ibn Umar, collected by Al-Bukhari. Hadith number 5142. So we mentioned two hadiths so far. قال الإمام الفوزان حفظه الله تعالى فدلت هذه الأحاديث وما في معناها على تحريم خطبة المسلم على خطبة أخيه. Pay attention, ya ikhwan. Sheikh Fawzan, he says, these ahadith and those ahadith that are in the meaning of these hadith that we mentioned, there are many hadith about this issue, and some of the wording is different. He says, these ahadith and those ahadith that are in the meaning of these hadith show that it's haram for a man or a Muslim male to propose to another young lady that has been already proposed to, that has accepted the proposal. This is haram. This is haram. فائدة أخرى يا إخوان, another benefit. أحيانا هذا يقع لنا. Sometimes it's happened. رجل هو يريد أن يتزوج بامرأة ما, ولكن سمع بأن أخته أو بأن أخاه سبقه بالدعوة. هذا يحصل. A man, and this happens to all of us, or some of us, ya ikhwan, this happens. A man is interested in sister such and such, but he hears that his brother preceded him in asking for a hand in marriage. So what most of us do, most of us, not the ones that's a brother to another brother, most of us, we're not talking about the origin, most of us, not the Messenger alayhi salatu wasalam, hadith as he says, طيب, hadith Anas ibn Malik عند البخاري ومسلم من كان طيب لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى يحب لأخيه ما يحب لنفسه. The Messenger of Allah said, none of you truly believes until he loves for his brother what he wants for himself, what he loves for himself. We're not talking about those who follow this hadith. We're talking about most of us. We're not talking about those who follow this hadith. That's the origin. We're talking about most of us. What most of us do, if we hear that the sister that we were interested in, she said yes to another brother, what we do is make dua against them. Oh, I hope it doesn't work. Oh, she gonna marry that brother? Oh, I got this and this min al-mal. I have this amount of money. هذه من السيارات. I have these amount of cars. هذه من الثياب. I have these amount of garments. وجواهر and jewelry. وهي تريد هذا, and she wants to marry him. عندي هذا من العلم. I got this knowledge. عندي هذا من كذا وكذا. I have this and I have this من الدنيا, from the phrase of the dunya. وهذا لا يجوز. And that's not allowed. That's not allowed. To make dua against your brother and your sister, no matter how you loved her or was interested in her, you should make dua for your brother. You should make dua for your sister. إن يكون خيرا فأسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يباركها بي. If it's good for both of them, I ask that Allah Ta'ala bless her with him. وأن يباركها له, and that Allah Ta'ala bless him with her. Not how we are, ya ikhwan. Many of the women likewise. A sister will get offended if another sister asks about her husband. Two sisters stop being friends. They won't pray next to each other no more in the Jumu'ah. Next to one another, ya ikhwan, in the Eid. Next to one another in the Salah. Why? لأنها سمعت بأن المرأة الأخرى سألت عن زوجها. وهذا لا يصلح. وهذا لا يصلح. Why? Because she heard that sister such and such asked another person about her family. At any rate, ikhwan, although the women are jealous and the women are emotional, remember the hadith of the Messenger alayhi salatu salam, لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى يحب لأخيه ما يحب لنفسه. That none of you truly believe until you want or he loves. They translate it to say want, but this word is more than want. It's really ahabba, love, not just desire, not just want. Until he loves for his brother what he loves for himself. Likewise the sisters. Sometimes the sister has a nice brother. Yes, she may feel jealous. She's a mar'a, she's a woman. She's a woman, ya ikhwan. كانت عائشة تغار على النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام. Aisha used to be jealous with regards to the Messenger of Allah. You remember when Sophia sent the plate over and Aisha sakatha mashallah ta'ala and she smacked the plate hard. Get that plate out of here. Said my husband, some food? For example, smack the plate on the ground. This happens. But she didn't do what our women do. I'm going to leave you, or I'm going to leave Islam. I'll stop covering, take off my khimar, wa na'udhu billah, ma niqab, ma jilbab. لماذا يا أختي لماذا؟ هي تريد أن تتزوج بزوجي. And you ask her, why are you doing that? Why are you leaving Islam? Why don't you pray no more? Why did you stop covering? Why don't you come back to the masjid? Because sister such and such in that masjid, or in my community, or sister such and such, she asked to marry my husband. These issues, ikhwan, alayna an nata'allama dinana. It's upon all of us, myself included, to learn our religion. To learn our religion. Yes, you're going to feel jealous. However, if you're a good sister and you really want for your sister what you want for you, for example, you're not really going to have nothing more than the jealousy, the natural jealousy of a woman. But the whole, like in Philadelphia, every Eid, wallahi, every Eid, two sisters fight. Every Eid. Ask anybody who's prayed in the Eid in Germantown Masjid. The last 3, maybe 4 years. Every Eid, two sisters are fighting. Why? Because the one sister married the other sister's husband. When in reality, he's not your husband. You know the hadith of the Messenger ﷺ, when the husband da'a al-mar'a ila al-farash, when the husband calls the wife to the bed, وَرَفَدَتْ, and she refuses, and then the huru'een, they say to her, indeed you have made our husband mad, meaning our husband, the huru'een in the Jannah, you have made him mad, you've angered him, for indeed he's going to leave you and come to us soon. So as if he's not really your husband per se, but he's a gift from your Lord subhanahu wa ta'ala upon you. Many of our women think, you married my husband? And then you have two co-wives arguing. Well, did my husband call you? Yeah, my husband called me. And they talking about the same brother and ikhwan. In reality, where's the ukhuwa? Where's the brotherhood? Like the companions of the Messenger ﷺ, when the muhajirin, they came to the ansar. Wallahi wallah. Who would do this, ya ikhwan? When one of the men from the ansar, he said to his brother from the muhajirin, take my wealth and divide it. One of the muhajirin, one of the ansar, said to the muhajirin, take all my wealth, from my property, my servants, my wealth, everything I have. Divide it in half. I'll keep half, and you take half. Who's going to do that? Many of us can't even share half of a cheesesteak. I get 4 wings, Ahmed wants some. I'm like, we can't even share a chicken. How much more so everything you have, everything from your clothing, from your cars, your property, your wealth. Take my wealth, divide it. You're my brother in Islam. This is how the Ansar were. This is how the companions of the Messenger ﷺ were. And my wives. And he had more than one wife. And then take my wife, and then look what he says, ya ikhwan. And then you look at both of them. He didn't say, let me choose, and I'm going to give him the raggediest one. He didn't say that. I got this one, mashallah, she's a sheikha, and I got her, you can have her. La, he didn't do that. He said, my wealth divided into 2 pieces, you take half, I take half, and my women, and you choose. Look at the ukhuwa, look at the brotherhood, ya ikhwan. And whatever one you like, I'll divorce her, you're my brother, you marry her after that. That's how they were. We say Salafi, Sunni. Salafi is more than what sheikh you follow. Salafi is more than how white your thobe is. Salafi is more than how long your imamah is. Salafi is more than how long your lihya is. Salafi is more than what masjid you pray in. Salafi is more than what lecture you went to. Salafiyya, wallahi ikhwan, a'zamu min hadha kulliha. Salafiyya, true Salafiyya, is more than all of this, ikhwan. Look at the companions. If you want to see if we're really Salafi, you don't got to keep broadcasting it. Sisters, I'm Salafi. Brothers, I'm Salafi. The masjid, I'm Salafi. You don't have to do that. You don't have to get the dog chained with a Salafi. You don't have to get the license plate with Salafi. You don't get the t-shirts and the hoodies and whatever else. The sisters have the pins now on their niqab, a Salafiyya. You don't have to do none of that. All you have to do is compare our actions